What is cloud native and how do we get there? Organizations are accumulating massive amounts of data which demands storage in the cloud. It is no wonder then that jobs in cloud computing are rapidly growing in demand, and this is what we will be talking about in today's video. What's up everyone, it's Stranger Things here. If this is your first time here, I cover self-improvement videos mostly about upskilling, investments, and sometimes my personal fitness journey. Now, in my early days as a product owner working with developers, I can't tell you how many times I've come across technical jargon that I didn't fully understand.
I have no idea!
And that's when I made the leap to improve my data science skill set and quickly realized that cloud computing is intrinsically connected to data science. So in this video, I want to help you make that transition to being cloud native while keeping it simple. So let's go! How to be a cloud native? Essentially, being cloud native is all about taking advantage of the cloud in order to solve business challenges faster while reducing IT costs. And this conversation wouldn't be complete without mentioning the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, or CNCF for short, which is the main community that champions such initiatives. Many of the apps we use nowadays like Facebook, Netflix and Spotify are all based in the cloud. And big tech companies like Amazon, Microsoft and Google are the cloud providers that enable this technology for the numerous endpoint applications that we have grown to love. Now, are there other applications you use that are also based in the cloud? I'd love to know more about you guys, so do let me know in the comments below. Now that we understand how pervasive cloud native is in our everyday lives and its growing importance for the future, we want to become equipped with these skills. One way to get started is by understanding what are the different components that make up a good understanding in this field. I'm going to describe them briefly in 3 parts and gloss over many details just to give you a flavor of what to expect. Now, part 1 is all about microservices and how they differ from monolithic cloud architecture. An example would be, let's say I want to allow a product, be it a website or mobile app, to be decomposed into multiple components based on the features of the product. This decoupling of services as part of the architecture gives rise to the term microservices, and it allows the entire implementation of the product to be more easily maintained and less challenging to fix when things go wrong. And this leads us to part 2, container orchestration. Here, you will learn about containers and how they match up against virtual machines. Think of it like actual segregation of your application code in different portable containers so that they can all be deployed independently. And this actually removes a lot of conflict from different frameworks, programming languages, and libraries. Now, this container tool is called Docker, and one way to orchestrate it is a tool called Kubernetes. The final part 3 is all about continuous integration, continuous deployment, or CI/CD for short. All about automating the release process for every new update to your product. You will need to learn about the different stages of a delivery pipeline, namely build, test, package, deploy. And when you release your product updates, know that this CI/CD can be managed differently depending on the type of environment, such as sandbox, staging, and production environments. Essentially, this helps to save deployment teams time as they can release updates more frequently with less risk due to less need for manual intervention. So this is just one manner of a roadmap which can give you an idea on how to get started transitioning into being cloud native. It may sound daunting with many confusing terms, which is why if you want a well-structured program that does all this consolidation for you, do consider the Udacity CNCF Nano degree by SUSE. SUSE? It certainly helped me crystallize my understanding on cloud native computing concepts and goes through the exact framework I showed. I got to work on very interesting tools such as Vagrant and Argo CD, as you see here, where I'm implementing CI/CD for a very basic application that detects changes from any commits pushed from my local repository to GitHub and synchronizes them across my Docker registry, Docker Hub, as well as Kubernetes. Now, I'm not sponsored by Udacity. I just found the course useful and wanted to cover a bit of what I've learned throughout this time that I've spent in the course. If you want to know more about my thoughts on Udacity's nano degrees in general, This might be a good next video for you to watch. And if you are interested in their scholarship programs, I've also done another video about that, which I'll be linking somewhere in the description box below. And that brings us to the end of this video. If my sharing has helped you out, do consider liking this video so this gets pushed out to a wider audience, and I can't wait to see more of you starting on your journey to be cloud native. Thanks for watching and keep learning.